Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here and welcome to the first ever rebuild on this channel. Today we are going to be doing a Barcelona rebuild. Now, a couple of key things to this rebuild. There are going to be some set rules in place to make this a little bit more interesting. We will not be re-signing Messi. We'll let him go after the first season. Hopefully, we'll try and win the Champions League with him one last time in the first season, but after that, Messi will be released. And even though we do win the Champions League, or if we do win the Champions League in the first season, that won't be the end of the series. That won't be the end of the rebuild. We'll keep on going. I want to rebuild this side and make Barca a dominant force again due to all the struggles they've gone through recently. Now, I think it'll be very interesting to do that. We're going to look at younger players will be the key, but one of the main reasons and one of the main things that will be key to this is I can't just sign anyone. I can't type in what players I want and just sign them. Everyone we sign will have to have come through with a scout suggestion. The scout suggestions, I then will have to scout them fully before signing them. I have to have full knowledge. I can't make knee-jerk reactions. That means if in January I go, oh, I want to sign a bunch of players, I just won't be able to sign them unless we can scout them in time. So that's what makes this a little bit more interesting. It's not a rebuild that's going to be by any way, shape, or form, meaning that I have to be really strict. As we're setting up the save here, I'm going to use strict transfers, which will make it a little bit more interesting. We won't just be able to sign people willy-nilly, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to make unrealistic transfers. I will sign whoever we can. Neymar, potentially. There's going to be a lot of options for us. I think the most important thing is to just enjoy this first rebuild we've done. This is the first time I've recorded content like this. This is the first time we've done a rebuild on the channel. Let's get into it. Let's enjoy it. Let's make Barcelona great again. So I think first thing first here at Barcelona, it makes sense to take a cheeky look at the squad. I'm going to kind of do it in this mode here on the formation. After that, we will go and look through the squad. I'll transfer list some players. As you can see already, we've got an aging team. In fact, no. Let's go look at it in the squad hub. Just my initial mindset is let's search by age and let's just see like what kind of players we've got for the age. We've got Gerard Piqué, who I'll probably let retire at the club. Lionel Messi, he's gone. He's gone after this season, done and dusted, but we do get to use him this season. We've got Alaba at 31, Busquets at 31 as well. Replacements needed for them. Neto, Pjanic, an interesting deal that they did, losing Arthur, who for me is a young Brazilian star. I don't know. I don't know how well he's done over there, though. We've got Griezmann, Sir Martin Braithwaite. So we've got some older players, but also one thing I will note at Barcelona, they've got some very good young players as well. We're going to be looking to bringing these players through in this first season. You've got Pedri, you've got Fati, you've got Dest, who they signed. They have some decent players. Rui Pug, Francisco Trincao, who I'm a big fan of, Abe. So there is some good young players here. I'm going to get them game time maybe over this first season. So it's going to feel a little bit like in American spots where they tank the league. We're probably going to favour using our youth this season over using our older players. I'm not going to make too many signings this first season. I believe we've got a fairly strong squad, and I'm going to favour using some of the younger players in that starting 11 and see how they get on this year and how they progress. Key thing here, surely, is how much money they've given us. We've nearly got £1 million on the wage budget and 162.45 million. Let's get scouting some players. So our first two big signings of this new Barcelona era are in, and it is, first of all, Memphis Depay. Huge fan of this guy. Can play all across the front three. That's exactly what drew me to him. But he's not alone, and I know he's a little bit older. He's definitely a little bit older at 29 years of age, but I'm a huge fan of Insigne. I'm just a massive fan of him, and I thought this is probably one of the only opportunities on FIFA I will ever get in signing this man. So we've done it. Signed, sealed, delivered. He is ours. Lorenzo Insigne, 61 million. Again, very versatile, very Barcelona-esque. Both of these lads are very Barcelona-esque in the way they play their football. But that's pretty much depleted the budget for now. There are probably going to be some sales. But yeah, the first two signings of this first rebuild on the channel, Memphis Depay and Lorenzo Insigne. Go big or go home, guys. You know what I mean? We've also got our first sale as well in Jordi Alba going for 63.5 million. 58 will be allocated to us. Not sure we'll spend it, but Jordi Alba has gone. I like Jordi Alba. He's just aging a little bit. I thought it was time to move on, and he's gone to Lyon. I guess they must have had some money after we signed Memphis Depay. Although that's a good sign that in-game that they've spent that kind of money, because that's just short of what we spent for Depay. A little bit short, but it's nice to see that they're putting that money back in. Wow, Lyon really did put that money to good use. They've also come in and signed Brazilian William Jose from Real Sociedad. So yeah, they've really put the money that they got for Depay right back into the squad. I'm actually really excited to see that. So transfer deadline day is done and dusted, and I found it very difficult to get any players out of the club. Only the one big sale from us. We'll have a look. I have loaned a load of players out. I think we can look in the transfer history just at the club. We did loan out Manje. Alba went, as you saw. Pereira's gone out on loan. Busquets has gone out on loan. Depay in. Insigne in. De La Fuente, nailed it. Went out on loan. Also, Arajo went out on loan as well. We did bring in Valera. He's just a young right midfielder. He might be something in the future. I thought it makes sense to sign young Spanish players from other Spanish sides. Obviously, no Real Madrid players. They wouldn't sell to us anyway. But yeah, I thought that was a good idea. He's just a young 18-year-old. We'll probably spend the majority of this rebuild on loan, but I thought it made sense. But yeah, just two big signings for us. One big sale, and that's pretty much it. Fairly quiet on players actually leaving the club. Right, so let's kick on to the 1st of January and see how we've been getting on. It is now the 1st of January, and we do have a little bit of money to spend. I'm not sure who we're going to spend it on. I think I'd rather see players go before we spent it. But we're on 67 and in the red. The board don't seem to like us. I don't know. It's not that we haven't fulfilled the objectives. We need to sign 3 South Americans. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it purely for the objective. And then the rest of it we've kind of done. They want us to sign 3 crucial players, but they ain't counted 2 that we've signed in Depay and Insigne. But let's see where we're sat in the table. So currently sat top, as you would expect, a very tight season so far. We do need to win the league. They definitely want us to win the league. We've only lost 2 games, drawn 4, won 12. Madrid have lost 4 games, drawn 2, and won 12. So at the halfway stage, we're looking pretty good and set for the La Liga. Let's see who we got in the Champions League, though. So we did progress out of the group, finishing top, winning 5 and only drawing 1, and one of the draws was against Juve. And in the round of 16, we will, though, find ourselves with the tough task of Bayern Munich. That's going to be very difficult. I'm not sure if we'll be able to progress. Coming up against Bayern Munich twice will be very hard for us. So hopefully this should be it. The 3 players from South America are right here. Montes, Carrascal and Vera. Vera actually has potential to be a superstar in the future. Unfortunately, the one player that I really wanted out of that group was Julian Alvarez, who had showing potential to be great, or something like he just had good potential. Right winger. He's who I really wanted, but they're not willing to negotiate at this moment in time. He's not for sale. We might not have been able to get 2 of the other players if it wasn't for release clauses either. So Super Copper final potential for our first bit of silverware. We are going to match Simit. We will jump in if we can, but let's see if we can win ourselves our first trophy. That'd be nice. First trophy of many, I imagine, in this one. Well, not a great start as we've got 1-0 down here, thanks to Luka Modric. We might have to jump into this one. We can't really afford not to win this first cup. Obviously, it's a tough one against Real Madrid, but they want us to win the cup. And with the way the board is at the moment, I'm not sure we can take not winning the cup. So we might have to jump into this one. Well, the first half hasn't particularly gone well. 69% possession for Real Madrid. 1 shot, 1 chance. 31 for us. Right, well, we're kind of at the halfway stage to rescue in the game now. So I'm going to jump in. We've had 1 shot. There's been 2 shots in this entire game. It's been dreadful. Let's hop in. There we go. Memphis gets the goal for us. And we're right back in it. 1-1. Well, it's taken us into extra time, and Asensio has just made it 2-1. Real Madrid. Not looking good. Well, unfortunately, guys, we couldn't do it. Real Madrid beat us in the end, and we miss out on the Supercopa. Well, we really just wasn't good enough on the day there. I think it showed our strength in depth. Like, when they made subs, they seemed to stay strong. We made subs and got worse. I went through twice with Pedri towards the end, and he just fluffed his lines and just basically passed it to the goalkeeper. So, kind of shows where we're at, maybe, in strength and depth. But the team's very young. So the big sales don't stop. Philippe Coutinho is out of the club. Never really had a good time at Barcelona. Spent loads of time out on loan. But he has gone to Everton of all teams. So they've got Amos Rodriguez and Philippe Coutinho. I don't know what I've done. I maybe have made a monster there on Merseyside. But the 28-year-old will be leaving. So it looks like there's going to be no cup for us unless it's the league or the Champions League, because we've now just been knocked out of the cup by, I believe, maybe Osasuna, 4-3 on penalties. And wow, we're not having a good month. So our business is probably done and dusted in the window. We did manage to sign our South American players, George Carcassel, Montes, and I ended up going in for Sarmiento, the 17-year-old Argentinian player. I mean, we're probably not going to get to see the best of him, but I used him in FM last year and I loved him. And also Alan Velasco as well on a 4-year deal. So really going for those young players. Also has boosted our player rating. Thankfully, we're up to an 83 now and the board are moderately happy with me. Not really expecting anything else to happen on deadline day. We're going to fire through now to the end of the season and see how Barcelona got on. Right, guys, so it is the end of the season. Let's see how we get on first. Let's see if we were Messi that final Champions League at Barcelona. So it just wasn't to be. Once again, semi-final heartbreak for Barcelona as we lost to Liverpool. A little bit devastated. We put up a good fight, 3-2 on aggregate. Liverpool did then go to the final. We don't know who the winner is yet, though. I haven't played that far. In the quarterfinals, though, we did manage to exact some revenge against Real Madrid by beating them. We also, on our way there, beat Bayern Munich. You know, it was a decent Champions League run. To get to the semi-finals, I was pretty happy. Also, why don't we take a look at the Supercopa as well? Sorry, not the Supercopa. The Copa de España, or de España. Yeah, Yorkshire. Don't get it. Sevilla beat Real Madrid in the final, but we really didn't do ourselves any justice. I believe we got knocked out in the round of... Did we get knocked out in the round of 32? Got knocked out on penalties by Valladolid in the round of 32. So definitely not a cup season for us. We failed in the Champions League. We failed in the Supercopa against Real Madrid in the final. We didn't even make it past the round of 32 at Valladolid. So you're probably asking the question, why do we even still have a job here? And it is because by 1 point... we managed to win the league, only losing 3 times all season, but we drew a lot down that final stretch. The back end of the season wasn't very favourable to us. Atletico Madrid coming second, just a point behind us. But Barcelona won La Liga this season, and that definitely keeps us into a job. Messi will now leave the club, and the rebuild really will begin. Let's see what we can do with this team. Let's get to the pre-season. Let's make some more signings, and let's keep progressing this side. Some of the younger players will be making their way into the squad now as well. Let's see how we can really progress the team moving forward. This is the real rebuild now since Messi's gone. I really wanted to get him, you know, a Champions League, but he does leave with La Liga, and, you know, it's better than nothing. Right, boys, time for our first season without Messi, and the squad's just looking a little bit bare when it comes to squad depth. We've got some good young players coming through, so that's not an issue. Not worried about that at all. What I am worried about, I think, is we need one more elite centre-back, as Gerard Piqué is starting to dwindle a little bit, and we only have Untiti and Lenglet. And I think we need another big left-back, because we only really have Firpo, and it's going to be this position. It's going to be filling Messi's position. Carsakal is going to improve, but we definitely need more top-tier talent. And I think we need another centre-mid, because I'm not a huge fan of Pjanic. And Elena's not improved that much yet, so maybe one more centre-mid. Let's take a look at how much money we've got first. I didn't think about that. How much money have they given us? Surely a lot. Surely a lot. 341 million. I'm going to go ham, guys. I'm going to go ham. Let's go and sign a load of players. No messing about, no waiting around this season. We might be getting rid of Sergio Roberto, so we have brought ourselves in Emerson from Real Betis. He's 80 rated already, 23-year-old Brazilian, looks brilliant, but a Messi replacement has arrived. He has arrived, lads, and I'm very happy to introduce to you Bernardo Silva. Couldn't be happier. 87 rated, very familiar at playing at Cam. He's going to be a beast. And of course, it doesn't just stop there. Welcome to Barcelona, Milinkovic-Savic, a rail enforcer in the midfield. 120 million this man cost us. We also signed young Spanish left-back from Atletico Madrid, Manu Sanchez. I think that's probably our dealings done for this window. The team's looking pretty tasty now. So we have a lot of players to move on and move out, but this is the starting lineup. Griezmann up top with Bernardo Silva in behind him. Depay on the right, Insigne on the left. De Jong and Milinkovic-Savic as our centre mids. Emerson as our right back. Firpo as our left back. Lenglet and Piqué at centre back. The only other big transfer I can see us doing is another big name centre back, but I'm still scouting for who we want at the moment. Well, I'm not going to lie, this is something I really didn't expect to happen in this pre-season. Manchester United have paid £125 million, which is Griezmann's release clause. And I'm not going to try and renegotiate a contract. Absolutely fine. Griezmann will be leaving. A little bit gutted. But we are now going to have to look for a new superstar striker. So Griezmann has gone, but things seem to just be getting more and more intense. As now, we have another release clause, met lads. Umtiti's now 80 million. And his release clause has now been met. We're set to lose 2 stars. Let's enter this transfer window. This is going to be a huge change to the team. Let's go and find ourselves another centre-back. So we need 2 centre-backs now and a Griezmann replacement. So with Umtiti leaving, we have our first centre-back. And the first one will be an Englishman. And it'll be Joe Gomez for 63 million. Centre-back number 1 acquired. And I really didn't mess about when it came to signing centre-back number 2. Matthias de Ligt from Juve is now a Barcelona player. So this is how the starting lineup looks going into the new season. I decided to spend big on de Ligt instead of replacing Griezmann because I'm going to retrain Memphis Depay to play up top. He pretty much can play there anyway. He can play as centre forward. Fits our style of football, which means Ousmane Dembele will get more game time on the right, and I'm more than happy with that, getting the youngster more game time. And in the future, this will probably be the last season of Insigne before we move Fati to the left wing. Let's get in to the season. Wow, boys. So we're in January, and these release clauses are really starting to bite us in the arse, man. 103 million now for Dembele. This was going to be his season. He's played all of the first half of the season. This was going to be his season, so yeah, we've got to replace Dembele now as well. Do we have a ready-made replacement? Kind of. It's either we sign a striker and Depay goes back there, but I've just finished training him to play striker. We're on the hunt now for another right winger. It appears the Super Copper is just not for us, as we've just lost 2-0 to Atletico Madrid. We might get our hands on this trophy at some point, maybe. They don't stop, lads. They do not stop. Release clauses, it's an issue. Bayern Munich and I were signing De Jong. This time I did try to renegotiate a new contract. He didn't want to talk to me. He says he wants to leave. So Dembele's gone. De Jong's about to go. We needed a backup goalkeeper, so I went in for Kevin Trapp and forgot to accept the deal. So yeah, struggles. On the plus side, we've gone through an extra round in the cup this season. Perfect. So as De Jong departs, we have 146 million off of that deal. Sat about 322. We're right back to square one. Let's sign some big name players. We have found our replacements. Ruben Neves comes in for Van der Beek's replacement, 100 million. Matthias Cunha, you're thinking he's a cam. Why have you signed a cam / left winger? Well, he's going to play at cam. Bernardo Silva, he's going to move to the right-hand side. Couldn't think of anyone better to have there. Matthias Cunha is now a Barcelona player. 2 great signings. Let's see how the team's shaping up. Also, made it through to the next round of the Cup again. I feel it. We're going to win it this year. So this is how the squad is shaping up now. Depay up top, Silva on the right, Insigne in the left, Cunha at cam, Savic and Neves as centre mids, Lenglet, de Ligt, Emerson, Firpo to step. We've got an unbelievable team, boys. That is the team that hopefully will take us to glory this season. So we've arrived on deadline day, and that is it. We are done for business now this season. So Emerson, Sanchez, Milinkovic-Savic, Bernardo Silva, De Ligt, Joe Gomez, Ruben Neves, Matthias Cunha, and the last one, Rui Silva as our backup goalkeeper. Wow, what a season of transfers. We're done. Let's see where we're standing at the moment. So we're currently top of the league on 51 points. Fairly comfortable, but again, 3 draws, 2 losses this season so far. Obviously, you know, in the Super Copa, we got knocked out. In the Copa de España, we will play against Atletico Madrid, which is basically one of the hardest draws we could have got in the quarterfinals. We'll see how we get on in that one. Hopefully, I'd like to win a cup this season. But let's see who we're taking on in the Champions League, which I don't even know yet. And it will be PSG. Great. Hopefully we beat PSG. I'd like to have a good run at the Champions League this season. So the season is over, guys, and here we go. Our first Champions League final. We're up against Chelsea. I'm going to play that now as well. I'll do some maybe key highlights. I'll probably just do goals and then the trophy lift, hopefully, if it's for us. We did beat Real Madrid to get to Chelsea. Chelsea beat Liverpool. We also managed to beat, on our way, RB Leipzig, as well as smashing PSG, really. How did we get on in the league, though? We did indeed win the league again more comfortably this season. Just shows how we've grown and built the squad. We won it with 99 points, so it could be a double for us this season, as we did in the end get knocked out in the cup. Again, we're just not very good in the Spanish domestic cups. Eibar won the cup to the team that knocked us out in Atletico Madrid. They also knocked out Real Madrid, so they're not too bad, not too shabby. Let's get at this Champions League trophy. Right, boys, they've got a strong side. They've got a very strong side, but this is what we've been working for this entire rebuild. Let's go and grab it. It appears that this game is going to be at Old Trafford as well, so it'll be a fever pitch atmosphere. Oh, in these Champions League games. I do love these Champions League games. Be interesting as well, because I've not actually played with this squad. Not played a single game with it, so yeah. Let's hopefully, imagine if we don't get this, how anticlimactic would this build be? It's like, oh, we'll go another season. Hopefully we manage to win it. Is indeed as well at Old Trafford. Lovely. This should be a fantastic game. Hopefully winning on Scum's ground. Let's get the win. I'm pretty sure as well Chelsea fans right now would be extremely happy. I know a few Chelsea fans that would be extremely happy to see them win the Champions League trophy against Barcelona at Old Trafford. Matthias Cunha now with a shot, well blocked. They're doing really well to stop me from scoring, I'm not going to lie. We've had about 8 shots on target now, but not managed to find the back of the net just yet. Depay in now, surely. No, he's pretty wide. He's pretty wide. I thought he was in. Oh, how has he slotted that wide? Oh, could we use Messi right now? Cunha now. I'm going to play that across. Depay this time. No, it's not in again. Insigne now. Insigne. Oh, he smashes it wide. Damn, what have we got to do to score? Depay in a bit of space. Memphis Depay. Oh, it's well blocked by Hermoso. Really well blocked. Chelsea are in. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. That was their moment. Oh, it's very late in the game now. It's very, very late in the game. What can we do? We've got to pull it back. It's not bad. Carcassel. Oh, it's off the post and then in. And it's the substitution. It's Carcassel. It's the youngster. It's the South American player that we were forced to sign, who's come on for Matthias Cunha. Hoisting off the post. What a moment, lads. What a moment. Didn't see that coming. 1-0 Barca. Sorry, I'm going to relax now. We've done it, lads. We've done it. We've captured the Champions League. A moment that Barca can savour and enjoy after so long with this squad that we've managed to build. And who would have believed that it would be Carrascal who scored the goal that was the winner? This game was on a knife edge. We were definitely dominant, but we created so many chances and didn't score them. Look at that. Bernardo Silva going absolutely mad there. His first Champions League win. What a moment for us here at Barcelona. One to enjoy. And that's, you know, that's exactly what this rebuild's about. Winning the Champions League and getting Barcelona a Champions League win again. I've really enjoyed doing this rebuild. I've enjoyed some of the players we've signed. I am probably going to continue this save off camera. If you guys want to see what happens in the future of Barcelona, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want us to continue. But this was the goal all along. Win that Champions League. I wanted to win it first season with Messi, and then we would have jumped forward and seen what we could do and carried on a little bit. But we finally won it now. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the rebuild. I'm happy to leave it here as well. What a superb squad we have. Anyway, guys, I appreciate the support as per usual. If you're new around here, smash subscribe for more rebuilds that will be coming very soon. I've got a list of teams we're going to do. Some will be a lot longer than this one. Take it easy. I've been Yorkie Van. I'll see you in the next one.